The immediate focus for Arsenal is singular and clear: respond. The context of the draw at Stamford Bridge transforms the visit of Brentford from a routine fixture into an essential moment for momentum. Every point in a title race carries equal weight, but the psychological impact of following a drop point with a convincing victory cannot be overstated. It re-establishes rhythm and control. Mikel Arteta's messaging in his pre-match press conference underscored this, framing the match not as a simple procedural hurdle but as a vital standalone event, requiring maximum intensity from everyone connected to the club. The atmosphere, the focus, the application, all of it had to be at its peak. This was the core thesis from the manager, a deliberate shifting of emphasis onto the present challenge, refusing to allow any complacency to seep in. Naturally, the practicalities of achieving that start with the team sheet, and the major discussion points once again revolve around player availability. The injury situation presents a mixed picture with varying timelines. Regarding William Saliba and Leandro Trossard, who both missed the Chelsea clash, the update was cautiously optimistic. Arteta described Saliba's issue as a bizarre one, a word he also used for the defender's earlier ankle injury this season. The phrasing suggests another uncommon, frustrating setback rather than a serious muscular problem. The key takeaway was that it is considered a matter of days, with a possibility, however tentative, of involvement against Brentford. The same matter of days timeline was applied to Trossard, who picked up his issue in the Champions League. While optimism is guarded given the general opacity around injury communications, the phrasing does not rule them out for this specific fixture. The outlook for Kai Havertz and Gabriel, however, is stretched over a longer period. For Havertz, it is explicitly a matter of weeks. Arteta revealed an interesting detail about the German's recovery process, noting there had been a point where he was doing all the required work but could not go to the next level. This stagnation, a common but frustrating phase in rehab where pain or discomfort prevents progression, appears to have been overcome. The manager's description that it looks like we have unlocked that is a positive step, but the overarching timeline remains cautious. His eagerness to reintegrate Havertz was palpable, praising his character, his phenomenal past availability record, and the multifaceted qualities he brings to the squad. His return, likely around the turn of the year, would indeed feel like a significant boost, akin to a strategic January addition given his prolonged absence. This leads directly to the selection dilemmas for the Brentford match, particularly in light of a congested period and the looming visit to Aston Villa. The question of rotation, specifically for ever-presents like Declan Rice and Jurrien Timber, was put to Arteta. His response was archetypally focused on the immediate task, managing each individual in the context of the match with the sole purpose of fielding the best possible side to overcome the specific opponent. He dismissed the notion of the game being an opportunity in a rotational sense, reframing it as an opportunity for everyone to contribute to a vital win. This philosophy suggests minimal tinkering. While there is a compelling argument from the outside to rest Timber, perhaps reintroducing Ben White at right back to manage workloads, the consistent selection patterns indicate Timber will start. Similarly, Declan Rice's centrality to the team's structure makes his inclusion almost certain. Arteta's most emphatic and revealing comments were reserved for the role of the supporters. He repeatedly, and with pointed clarity, emphasised the 7:30 p.m. kickoff time. This was not a casual reminder, it was a directive. His call for the Emirates Stadium to be bouncing like animals was a calculated piece of atmosphere setting. He is acutely aware of the potential pitfalls of an early evening, midweek fixture. Fans rushing from work, a potentially flat start, and the need for relentless energy from the first whistle. By publicly and forcefully issuing this rallying cry, he is attempting to galvanise the environment and ensure the team is carried by a wave of noise from the outset. He is framing the supporters' role as active and critical, just as important as any tactical adjustment on the pitch. Beyond the immediate, there was notable discussion around Declan Rice's ongoing development and future. Arteta referenced previously labelling Rice as a potential lighthouse for the team, a focal point that guides and attracts everything around it. He believes Rice is now embodying that role, growing into a definitive leader. On the subject of a new contract, the sentiment was unequivocal. The club and manager want him to stay for many years. While the current renewal focus might be on other key figures first, Rice's situation is clearly on the agenda, viewed as a cornerstone for the present and future. Analysing the prospective Brentford threat is crucial. They are a uniquely challenging opponent with a direct, physical style and potent attackers. Their set-piece and long-throw prowess demands absolute defensive concentration. This context makes the potential centre-back partnership, likely Jakub Kiwior and Gabriel Magalhaes, again if Saliba is unfit, a point of scrutiny. Their partnership at Chelsea, forged at the last minute, was understandably nervy initially, but grew into the game. The argument for continuity to allow that partnership to develop understanding is strong. Throwing Ben White into the centre for this specific, aerially demanding fixture would be a major disruption. Stability at the back, despite individual errors that may come from a fledgling pairing, might be preferable against a team that thrives on chaos and second balls. The midfield configuration offers another debate. While a rest for Rice might be theoretically beneficial, his importance is colossal. The alternative of playing Jorginho as the single pivot, with Martin Odegaard and Emil Smith-Rowe as advanced eights, is a possibility, trial before, but it represents a significant shift in dynamic for such an important match. A more likely scenario is Rice starting, with the physical and tactical battle against Brentford's midfield suiting his attributes perfectly. The return of Christian Norgard to the Emirates adds a subplot, but a start for him seems unlikely, unless it forms part of a wider rest strategy. When zooming out to assess the broader picture, the month of November provides encouraging perspective. Historically a troublesome period, this iteration has been marked by resilience. An unbeaten run across all competitions, featuring a dominant win over Tottenham, a commanding dismantling of Bayern Munich, and a hard-fought draw at a strong Chelsea side represents a significant accumulation of points and confidence. It demonstrates an ability to navigate different types of challenges, which is exactly what is required against a team like Brentford. The performance level in some big games may not have hit the dazzling heights of last season, but the results have been robust. The narrative that Arsenal have struggled against direct top six rivals this season doesn't fully hold up when examining the results. A win at Old Trafford, a dominant draw against City, and the recent point at Chelsea. The Liverpool defeat stands as the outlier. The underlying trend is one of strength, not vulnerability. Therefore, the visit of Brentford crystallises the current phase of the season. It is about managing squad resources with one eye on continuity, responding professionally to a minor setback, and controlling the controllables. Arteta has set the tone, demanding a specific atmosphere and focused performance. The injury updates offer hope for some returning faces soon, but the immediate task falls to the available cohort. Navigating the unique threat Thomas Frank's team poses, while imposing Arsenal's own quality on the game, is the challenge. In a title race, these are the fixtures where momentum is either maintained or stuttered. The message from the camp is clear. No slippage, maximum intensity, 3 points. Everything is geared towards ensuring that what could be a potential banana skin becomes instead a statement of consistent intent.